Hey, this is Roxanne from Us Girls, and I wanted to share with you the reasons why I decided to homeschool. Uh, just a little background. We are a Christian household. We are believers in Jesus Christ. We are believers that He is the only one by whom we can be saved. And we are believers that He is coming again. And He is going to come and He's going to resurrect us from the dead. And He's going to take us to the kingdom. And that plays a big part into why I decided to homeschool. Keep in mind, we live in the suburbs, very close to the country, and we have a denominational Christian school 2 minutes away. And we do tend to get a lot of slack because our kids are not in that school, and it's a great school, and people have the right to make that choice. That just wasn't our choice. When we initially started homeschooling, we lived in Michigan, and it was almost like it wasn't a peer pressure, but everyone I knew was doing it, and it really intrigued me. And then the thought of sending my 4 or 5-year-old to be with someone for 4 to 8 hours every day, or even 3 times a day, kind of broke my heart. So I guess the initial reasons was because I was being selfish. I wanted to bond with my child, and in maybe a different kind of way that I never had when I was a kid. But as they started to grow, my reasons started to mature. It wasn't fear as to why I didn't want them to be in school. It was more intention. I wanted to be more intentional about who they became, what they believed, who their friends were, what their experiences were. So I guess those were the initial reasons as to why we homeschool. But really why we homeschool in the sense of money and finances, because I don't know if many of you know, I do work. I work 30 hours at a job every day. And I used to be full-time where I currently work. And during that time where I work full-time, I actually did put my girls in Christian school. And they liked it, and it was okay. And there was some situations going on with my youngest, and some just character issues. And my oldest being, she was 7 when she went in. My youngest was 5, right? So there were some issues there. And I was okay. We were content I was making decent money, and my husband was making decent money. So us combined, we're making great money, and everything seemed to be going well. And then the end of their school year came, and my heart was just so impressed by the Holy Spirit to take them out with such urgency and not to put them back. And of course, this is not a reflection of the teachers, because the teachers that they had, oh my goodness, they were just wonderful women of the Lord. Wonderful. And I'm not saying that to, because I want to cover my tracks or anything, but honestly, they were just God-fearing women. And it was just something the Holy Spirit wanted us to do. And of course, I didn't want to do that because I like to have money. When we were first married and we just had kids, we used to live on $30 every 2 weeks for food. That was our food budget. And just looking back on it now, only God. That's how we survived. Only Jesus. It was miraculous, really. It was fish and loaves every 2 weeks because God provided, and we never went hungry on $30 every 2 weeks. So I told the Lord, look, I want to make sure that I don't pull them out of school because I'm afraid, with all the school shootings, with the drugs, kids carrying guns to school, kids watching porn. That's easy to get in your head and to be like, well, I'm not going to send my kid for that. And those are good reasons. And if those are your only reasons, those are legitimate reasons. But I didn't want those to be my reasons. I really wanted it to be because this was a God thing. I didn't want it to be a Roxanne thing. So September came, and I re-enrolled them in school. And I said, Lord, we need money. I think at some point my husband had No, not yet. I was gonna say that I think he had lost his job, but that actually hadn't happened yet. I just liked having money. So anyway, I'm losing myself in this. Anyway, so I re-enrolled them in school, and I literally just kept praying and just kept praying, asking God for guidance and to make it very clear to me that it wasn't my will, but that it was his will for me to pull the girls out of school. So remember, I told you that I was working full time, and finally the Holy Spirit was like, yes, take them out of school and homeschool them. And I said, okay, God, but I need these 3 things. And if you give me those 3 things, then I know for sure that this is your will. So here are the 3 things that I asked. Let me see if I can remember them. Because I was working full time, I'm the one who, through my job, benefits were provided. So life insurance, which is really important to me, because if I die, I want my kids to be taken care of. I wanted life insurance. I wanted health insurance. And there was one more thing. And I needed them to lower my hours by 8 hours a week, losing 16 hours every 2 week, every pay period, which, turned out to be a lot for us. So I said, no, Lord, that's what I need. I need them to say, yes, we'll lower your hours. Yes, you can still keep all your benefits. And the third thing, the third thing, I homeschool. And the third thing was that I needed someone to take care of my children while I was at work. And I didn't have money because now I'm going to lose 16 hours. 16 hours equals money. And I needed them to be able to do it for free. So I think it was October, November came, and they were still in school, and I hadn't made any moves except praying, and of course I can move mountains. It can move mountains. So I'm a preacher to some extent, and I remember I was preparing a sermon on the life of Elijah, and it was literally through that sermon that my heart was convicted to be the one to make that step of faith. So I went to the internet, printed out the letter of intent that I need to send out to to the town that we live in. And so I did that. I wrote up the letter of intent. I looked up the curriculum that I thought we were going to use. I wrote out the schedule that I thought we were going to have, and I submitted it. And let me tell you that the moment I submitted it, I think it was 3 days after I submitted it, the higher ups in my job approved all 3 of my requests. I found someone to take care of my kids for free while I was at work. And I just knew it was God's will. So December came, Christmas vacation came, or December vacation came, and they said goodbye to traditional school. And we've been homeschooling since then. And it's been quite an adventure because I still work 30 hours, but the Lord has blessed me because my employers, my direct supervisors, they're fantastic. They love kids. They allow me to have the kids where I work, and my job is flexible enough where if I need to, to take care of some things with my children, that they give me those leeways. If I need to bring them into the office, they allow me those leeways. I work for, I don't want to give all the details, but I work for my church and for my church's headquarters for our district. And so that means that there is a summer camp that we run underneath us. And so that means my supervisors go away for the summer. So now I have an office free for the girls to come in and we still do school. That'll be another topic. We do school year round. I didn't say all day. I just said year round. There's a big difference, people. Because there are some mothers who do school all day long and it just becomes a burden to the mother. The kids hate it. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. Let the kids enjoy life too, right? So that's really why we homeschool. It wasn't because of fear. It wasn't because I was afraid. I guess to some extent I was afraid. I didn't want to not do God's will. And the Lord made the path so clear because I took that step in faith. And we didn't know how we were going to do it financially. We didn't know a lot of things. We were in the dark in. But, you know, we hang out with God, and he's a whole bunch of light. He's the truth. So we followed him, and we're still following him. And every day there's challenges, and every day there's wonderful victories. And I'm just so excited because to me, this is one of the greatest experiences I've had with God, knowing that he cares about my kids. He cares about their education. He cares about their salvation. So that's it for now. I won't drag it on any longer. Check me out at usgirls.com or usgirls.org. And talk to you later. Bye.